Using the old items in your backpack, you can get credit for the new items that you'll need for the station. So as an example, recycle this or use the ruby material, which will give us 25 fine iron dust that can be used to go into your forging station. Fine iron dust is the item on the left there. You'll need plenty of those to do your forging. In this area, you have the slider here, which uses the catalyst. The catalyst you can get on the transport missions, raiding, and I think one other way. In here, you'll have your general workload. You can add somebody in to do work. It'll help the cooldown after forging gear. Looks like we can level up the facility. Leveling up the facility also increases the cooldown time, which I'm sure when we go to forge something, that would be a good forging. We can go back in here, we can hit any other seasons, hit the season tab, you're able to choose the season. Here you can choose the weapon of the 4 pieces of gear that you want. We'll stay with, we'll go with the helmet, we'll take a look at that one. And we can select the style, which we're going to go Ripper, because that's the only one they have for season 6. Category, you can go for strength, or you can go for the int. We go for strength, it changes the percentage values and the item that you can forge. So int will have the same items, same percentage, so we'll hit strength. And if we were to forge this, if you look to the right on your catalyst, so this is going to determine your cooldown after you forge. But as I slide this up, you'll see the percentages change more towards the gold gear. So depending on if it's worth it to you to take it from 15% chance to get a gold, 60 for purple, and 25 for blue, you can raise this up to where you feel comfortable. I haven't forged anything yet, so I'm not aware of the cooldown time, but if you want to go up to 22.5% for the gold chance, you are more than welcome to try that, and we'll see how it goes. And up at the top, you can tell it you just want to get the regular ones, which look like they're a different type of product that you were to get again from the transport missions, and it goes ranking up depending on what you're actually looking for. So you'll need different items for different stages. Disassemble, this is the normal disassemble kind of deal, except that if you look down at the bottom, which most people who've been playing the game for a while, you're gonna have plenty of tin blocks. So I would prefer split them into catalyst. And I'm gonna get rid of all these green ones, kind of full in inventory as it is. It'll give you some information on that unit itself, same as it's always been, the int and the skill effect. So it's somewhat irrelevant when you're getting rid of these things, because we know most people are going to want to go for the gold. Some people in the early game, you're still working on purple. But let's get rid of all these and see what we get. Sure you want to split the gear into catalysts? Yes. For all my green ones, I got 356 of the catalysts, which again, you come back in here to forge. The catalyst is your meter on the right side. So you'll need a certain amount of catalyst depending on how high you want this meter. As you can see it going up, 88, all the way up to 120. And 0 if you just want to go with the standard 7.5% for whichever piece of gear you want. And be aware, every time you go in here, it looks like you're gonna have to update this per your preferences. So there's a quick intro for that part. Now if you want, we can take a look at, in the bottom left, you can see there's a transport truck now with an exclamation mark, because I should have a transport that should have just returned. So I'm going to claim what I send out in my transport. You have 4 different levels. You have S, which is the best transport you want to go for, which gives you the best rewards, but you're also going to be considered higher risks to get attacked because everybody's going to want to take your stuff unless your team is applying the NAP, non-attacked pact, with your server. That may help you out. Everybody can just work on the transport missions, not worried about getting attacked. But if you do get attacked, you might want to talk to your diplomat and see if you guys can implement something like that on your server. Could be helpful, it may not, depends on your activity level and the strength of your trucks, because if you're not very strong, you're not going to want to get attacked. So that way you'll probably want to be more diplomatic and not have everybody attacking everybody. Just concentrate on your own. So I'm going to claim this because I had an S that go out. This is what I got. You look inside of here, which I'll take you in my inventory. It will show you what's in there. It's more the epic. Oh, I accidentally clicked that out. But same thing down here. So you got the fine iron dust, composite fabric, and the plastic waste. So depending on the level of gear you're trying to produce is depending on which of these products that you use. Going in here, looking in the bag, there's a better description. So you have a 100% chance of getting one of these items of good quality. Each one of these represents a different season. So I think this is season 6. I believe this one was season 3. I have not checked into the rest, but if we're looking into a pattern, here you got season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and season 6. You'll want to put your lineup in for what you're going to be looking for. You're going to want your strongest line. So your main line, pretty much what you want to put in here to send out on your transports and your pillaging. So this would be your transport section. You will, at the top, you can see there's a reset there. It looks like you get one reset, and then after that, they're going to cost you 50 diamonds each. So I have an A. It's a pretty good one. It's not worth it to me to keep trying for a S if I have an A. I'm still getting a lot of good stuff, so I'm going to stick with the A. If I had B, C options, I'd probably not go with those. I did reset a couple times until I got an A or an S. And again, you get 4 different stages. S is the best, then you have goes down A, B, and C. C being the worst. So to show you a transport, come over here to hit the transport button, come out, and it's going to make you fight an enemy. They seem to be standard, they don't seem to be changing, but you have to beat this enemy city or tower before you're able to send out the truck. So if you fail this, it will not send your truck out. So I'm going to hit transport, it'll take me into a battle. I'm going to go with this line I have here, and don't forget you can add the war beast and the car body, and again you can change your heroes if you'd like. So we'll hit fight. We will run through this to show you the difficulty of them. They seem to be standard heroes you're going up against. Their research is going to be 0 compared to yours, so you have an advantage there. So if they're somewhat equal in strength, I tried this on a different account also. As far as what it visually looks like, you're going to come ahead because of your research and any other bonuses that may be on your account. So victory, it sends the truck out. I have a 40-minute timer. The shield, I've seen on some it's lasted 10 minutes, some it's 15 minutes. I haven't been able to verify how that works or when it drops. I was trying to keep an eye on some of them, but I wasn't able to pinpoint how it functioned exactly. We will go back into the bottom left and here to our transport, and I'll show you the pillage functions. So right here on the pillage, right now my team is one of the better teams on the map, and it doesn't seem like many other teams are doing this yet. It's still very early. We're only a few hours into it today. So going in here, if I were just to click on one or look around, so you can see that the CP power of the person whose truck it is will be down below the timer. So I'm kind of skimming around. I'm ideally looking for an A or an S with low power. Right now it looks like mostly they're all my team, but these ones with the really low power are probably not. So So I'll show you. Click on the attack thing at the bottom of each one of the names, the cross arrows, cross hairs. So looking in here, you can click on the truck. So this is not on my team. The line going towards the city is white, which our teams would be blue, same as you're going to head to aid any other base or do something for your team. So you'll see a white line if it is not yours. It does not say who it is as far as the individual person, but what you can do, if you click out of there, you can see what city it's going to, and that'll tell you which team. So that is the only truck that is going to that city. So these are a smaller team. They're on the outskirts of the center. So as long as your team doesn't have a nap with them, you're probably more than fine to attack them. I am not going to attack this one just because it is a B, and I'm going to be looking for an A or an S. So let's go back in here. Go to pillage at the top. And I'm going to hit refresh. So that way we can look at new ones. And hopefully we can find one that is not on our team. I'll show you one that's on our team also. So here's an S. That's going to be your most rewarding. So I'll hit the crosshairs there, and then as you can see, it's on my team. So hopefully as more people do it, it'll give you more options as far as people not on your team. So hit refresh again. As you can see, it kind of takes 3 or 4 seconds for it to refresh before you can do it again. Here we have lots of S's and a B. For purposes of this video, I will hit a B. We don't have nap with anybody yet. Nobody's said anything. I'm not going to worry about whose this is going to. It shows your rewards in there. You get the plastic waste, composite fabric, and fine iron dust. We'll go in here to pillage, where we'll set a lineup. This one, I forget the War Beast. Carbide accidentally hit one of my players. We'll go with the Armed Chariot, and we'll go back to the heroes because I accidentally dropped one of them. Get Benson back in there. And we will go fight. And this should represent whoever's been sent out that truck as far as who these players are. As you can see, it's not putting up too much of a fight. That base, I think, as a reference, was 32 million. So it's not going to be one of your stronger bases in the season we were in. Rewards. Come back in here. So for your base, all your information, you can look up in the top left, see transport log. This shows you what I've done and what I've gotten from each pillage. So the first one I did, I believe it was an A, and I got these included with it, so you can see the difference between A and B. This one, on A, you're going to have the fine iron dust. I haven't been pillaged yet, or else my reports will probably be right there. Let me get out of here, and that is pretty much what we're going to need to do as far as this is being done. You get 3 transports per day. I'm working on my 3rd as we speak. You can pillage, I believe, twice per day. So you're not going to get a ton by pillaging, so if you don't want to make enemies, you may not want to do that part and just concentrate on your transports. Reward previews, heroes telling you about the levels. S is the best, and A, B, and C. Pillage rewards. So transport rewards would be here. You can pause this, look at the numbers. Pillage rewards, this is going to be your best case scenario, is an S. Other than the bag at the top there, getting 4 of those, they're not going to be too much different as far as S and A. So if you can find an A, go for it. Rewards, again, these are just the same bags. In here you'll get 1 piece from each season. Yeah, there are rules. So these rules in here, you can read through them. I'll keep it on here for a couple seconds. You can pause as you need to, or you can go in the game and read them, but they really don't tell you much of really don't tell you much. It's very generic. It's not very informative. The little bit of information that I've been able to share with you immediately in this without playing with it for a couple days is going to be way more information than you're going to see in here. What trips me up in this one is they're showing the coins. They're showing the coins for the hero outfits, and they're showing base skins, which is very misleading, as I have not seen that anywhere yet. Nowhere I've looked in here, the transports, the rewards, I don't see any event screens. There's nothing that relates to those units. But again, this is what I've learned today, just a couple hours in. I've been able to play with this for about a couple hours, so good luck. Hopefully this helps, and I wish you the best.